Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about Ash's Sun and Moon companions. Alright, so we're going to go through each of them, kind of discuss their overall goals, kind of evaluate and review them, what we've seen so far, alright, and how do I overall picture, how they've been, handled. So, first off, let's take a step back and kind of review how every series has gone, right? Well, every series prior to this, as their companions were one, or, pretty much both of them, like Brock and Misty had pretty simplified goals too. I mean, Brock just wanted to be a better breeder, and eventually he had a passion to be a doctor, and he was also a gym leader, so he had a lot going for him. I mean, he had a big background, but most of his development was just based upon, just becoming better and learning, right? And Misty was just that as well, becoming better and learning, just kind of trying to become a better gym leader, become a better water type trainer. So hers was pretty simplified too. It was mainly focused on just Ash. So when you think about like the Sun and Moon companions and how like their goals have been dumbed down because the cast is really, really big compared to prior seasons, you can kind of get why their goals are more simplified, why they're more, like realistic, and we don't really see much progression towards those overall goals, and rather we see more development, like personal development, than we do see, like, actual progression towards an ultimate goal. That's kind of like the reason. So, like, Kamant and Silent, they just wanted to become better at what they were doing. Kamant wanted to be a better gym leader and be better at his inventions, and, Silent just wanted to be a better connoisseur. But other characters such as May, Dawn, and Serena, we had a lot more screen time with, and a lot of development with, because they were actually going for their goals right now. We were actually showcasing them. They were competing to get somewhere. That was entertaining to watch. Right now, none of our characters have really anything entertaining to watch. It's more of like, yeah, that's stuff that's gonna happen later on after the show, pretty much, like into the future and off-screen land. And that's kind of what's the downside of all of this is. So the Sun and Moon companions, their goals overall, in my opinion, are kind of, they're dumbed down. They're more really realistic. They're solid. They're, by all means, they're obtainable if they really, really work for them. Some of them. So the other ones are just kind of stupid. But you can kind of get that they couldn't, give one or two companions a lot of focus, because the other ones would then just seem, thrown out the window. They would feel like they would be in the back line, not really getting much attention. So all of them kind of have dumbed down focus. So in Sun and Moon, we have like basically 8 main characters. I mean, Burnett right now is even a main character. She's almost there in every single picture, as well as Kiawe. So the professors of previous series haven't really got much screen time, right? Like, as much as Kiawe has. Like, Kiawe is in almost every single episode, and we've seen him be the role of Mask, and and having all these Pokemon. He's a fighter. He's actually a professor that's good at Pokemon fighting, and he's also the fact that he got married and stuff, and he's being a father to Ash, and he has all this family stuff going on with his life, and all that development for him. So we could even see a professor get a lot of development, even as like a companion almost. He pretty much is almost a companion, although we kind of consider him just the professor of the region and not really Ash's companion, because they're not the same age and whatnot. He's more of like Ash's like dad and stuff. But nonetheless, even Kiawe and Burnett, who's now in the picture. Well, I wonder if we're gonna see anything more from Burnett. We've pretty much just seen her get married to Kiawe, and that's about it. So maybe we'll see something more from Burnett down the line. But as for Ash's main companions, which is, Mallow and Lillie and Lana and Sophocles and Kiawe, a lot of them have stuff going on. We even have stuff for Rotom. Rotom has a couple like episodes, but everyone just considers those filler. But there's a kind of little development stuff for Rotom. But Rotom doesn't really have an overall goal. I mean, plus he's just a Pokemon. He's just, I guess, he wants to be kind of a detective, right? I guess he does kind of an overall goal. I mean, he wants to be a detective, because of that show he watches all the time. So that's actually kind of interesting, a Pokemon having his own little individual goal. So, kudos to Sun and Moon for that. Although we could maybe find more episodes. Maybe they make more episodes where he actually solves an actual case, like a really good one too. And he actually maybe becomes a detective by the end of the series, like officially. That would be nice. That would be really cool. But right now we have. Let's look at our Sun and Moon companions right now. Their overall goals, what I think about them, etc. So first off, we have Mallow, right? I'm starting off with Mallow because Mallow is the best. Mallow is my favorite. So Mallow, her goal is to basically take over the family's business, and not only that, but make it into like the best business, the best cafeteria in the world, like the best food. Like everyone knows that that place is the best. So hers, out of everybody else's, in my opinion, it is the best and the most out there. Because if you look at the other companions, such as like Kiawe, like his is pretty solid too. I mean, he just eventually wants to take over the family business and run the farm. But that's it. As he never really expressed any interest in making it like the best farm out there. Or, you know, what's its overall goal? You know, is he gonna expand the farm? Is he gonna, you know, start including other businesses and stuff like that? Other, you know, plots of land. Is he gonna be the best farm? Who knows what they could possibly go with that? But that's something that we've seen a little bit development for Kiawe for. I mean, he caught another Pokemon. He's developed his battling habits, so he's able to defend his farm, as we saw in that one episode. So overall, Kiawe, that's pretty much Kiawe. So Kiawe, I feel like needs a little bit more love in regards to his overall goal, because it's pretty much just he wants to take over his family business. I mean, this is a kids show after all, and it's a show. It's a Pokemon show, so it's Pokemon. It's not like a real life show. So maybe integrate, you know, Pokemon more into the show itself. So maybe, I don't know how they would do that for the farm though. But maybe Mallow's Steny, which will eventually evolve into, I'm really sorry, I cannot pronounce this name for the life of me, but please post in the comment section below, help me out, how to pronounce Steny's evolution name, which is like Tsarina? I think maybe I said it. But if I didn't, please post in the comment section below, help me pronounce it, and I will be ever grateful. But maybe her Pokemon could, like, you know, sweeten the food somehow. I don't know, but like, you know what I'm saying, like involve Pokemon somehow. Lana's there's so many characters, it's hard to like, I'm jumping through all of them. Lana, she could probably just do something with Popplio. I mean, she's integrating a Pokemon in this regard. That's where her strength is. But her goal is probably the stupidest out of all of them, because it's just she wants to reach the bottom of the ocean with a giant bubble, and that's it. That sounds more of like a to-do list goal than like an overall like career goal or something that she would become known for or something. Unless that's like a world record, I mean, reaching the bottom of the ocean with the bubble. Hopefully she maybe travels the depths of the oceans and finds secrets and becomes like some sort of Tomb Raider treasure hunter person. If that happens, I like Lana a lot more. That'd be fantastic. But let's see a little bit more develop in that regard. I mean, she has caught another Pokemon up to now, right? And she's that's it. I mean, well, no, Z Crystal too. She has a Z Crystal, and she's caught another Pokemon. So she has those two primary things, and plus she has other little development with Mallow and Lillie in regards to like her friendships with them and whatnot. But besides that, that's pretty much Lana. And Lana overall we know is like that girl that doesn't like talk much. She's kind of quiet, but she's like good at everything kind of thing. Then why don't you use that? Why don't, you know, if she's gonna go and become like a Tomb Raider, like if she can become like a Lara Croft character, that would be freaking cool. Like she just like goes around and just like explores tombs and, you know, hunts for treasure at the bottom of the ocean and whatnot, and goes on all these adventures and stuff. Like, let's see that. Okay, let's see that in the show, instead of saying that she can eventually do it in off-screen land. Please show that right now. That would make this series and Lana a lot better in my eyes. Then we have like Sophocles. Okay, so let's jump to Sophocles real quick. I think we'll go back to Kiawe and Mallow in a little bit, but Sophocles, he just wants to be an astronaut, and so far we've just seen him catch a Pokemon that Ash pretty much gave him, and he's just kind of shown interest in space. Okay, but let's see something more. Maybe he actually travels to space at some point. Really get. That's what I'm saying. Like, his goal is just, it's kind of like a real life goal, but let's involve Pokemon in that regard. Maybe he catches some Pokemon. Maybe he makes some inventions in going to outer space. So let's see more in that regard. But Sophocles, his goal is kind of as well. We have, and his overall development has kind of been as well. So, and a lot of people I noticed just don't want him even to be there, because it's kind of pointless at times. And I even agree, like, they need to add stuff more to him. Like, they need to give him more love. But he has had some like good like inner development, kind of showing his interest towards outer space kind of episodes. Now let's jump to Lillie real quick. All right, so Lillie has probably had the most development, right? Because obviously in Pokemon Sun and Moon, that was most of the story was about like Lillie and her mom and all that. This kind of compares to like Serena, for example, because Serena also had like a little issues with her mom and had like a little quarrel where she had to like connect with her and bond with her mom a little bit more and stuff, and really get to her mom about her overall goal. Lillie here just needed to get the love from her mother and whatnot. But because her mom was kind of ignoring her for other business calls and stuff like that. So, but what eventually happened was that we had the whole story that we had in Sun and Moon happen already. So, Lillie's kind of at the standpoint where what's she going to do now? And my overall picture of what she could possibly be is just being a Pokemon trainer like Ash, because that's kind of what was left off in the games themselves, where Lillie in the games just pretty much told you as the player character that she wants to be like you and she wants to be a Pokemon trainer, you know, and then she puts her hair up in that ponytail and then she leaves to go fix her mom, and then she wants to, you know, journey around Kanto to become, you know, a powerful Pokemon trainer. So that's probably what she's going to do at the end of the series, is just clarify that she's just going to be a Pokemon trainer like Ash. I mean, she's got the Z Crystal, she's got an Ice Stone so she could evolve her Vulpix into Ninetales, and she's also overcome that whole problem with touching Pokemon, right? So Lillie has had a lot of development. You know, she has a lot of screen time, a lot of focus, and she's even got her first Pokemon. We actually saw her obtain her first one through an egg, which ended up being Vulpix. So she had all this stuff going for her. So Lillie so far has been treated pretty fairly and pretty much the best out of all of them, okay, in regards to the most time and development. But so Lillie overall, we saw her story in the games, we saw the story in the anime, and she has all this other stuff going with her, and she pretty much looks done. Just if anything else, we probably just see more development going towards that trainer side, becoming more confident, you know, competent, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I like to see out of Lillie, especially since I think that she's going to become a Pokemon trainer. Alright, so going back to like Kiawe and Mallow, so they eventually want to, you know, become, you know, take over the family business. Kiawe, I think, just needs something more, or maybe he'll eventually abandon the farm idea, or maybe he'll keep the farm, or maybe raise his sister to take care of the farm so that he can go off and do something with Pokemon. Maybe take, you know, like, accomplish more. Maybe go to Pokemon leagues, you know, with Ash and whatnot, and, you know, fight and become this powerful trainer. But maybe you guys can post in the comment section below what more Kiawe can do, you know, besides just becoming, you know, the family owner, you know, the owner of the farm. Is there anything else that you want from him? Because to me, I think that's just a simple goal, and that's something that he will just eventually do in his life when his parents die, or when his parents are too old to take care of the farm, kind of thing. So, with that being said, that's all I mean, Kiawe is pretty simple. But post in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings overall on Kiawe, your overall thoughts on Lana, your overall thoughts on Sophocles and Lillie. And like for Mallow, I would love to see Mallow like maybe go through some like food competitions, you know, some progression to show that she's like truly the best cook. And we already know that she's a good one, you know, because people love her cooking, just all the companions love it, you know, they're all eating her cookies, and, you know, even the Pokemon are eating the cookies and are loving it. So great, awesome, fantastic, cookies, amazing. But like, let's have some food competition episodes, or some episodes where maybe she becomes like so good with her cooking that she personally gets interviewed by the, you know, that TV company, by the people that were interviewing her dad initially, right? But let's see something more with like Mallow, right? Because Mallow, right, she's evolved a Pokemon, and then she's also had that issue with her dad. Kiawe just had pretty much just had to defend his farm and caught a Pokemon. So those are the two, like both of them kind of like two main things happened to both of them, as well as having development between all the other characters and their bonds and whatnot. So pretty much all the characters had at least one or two major things happen to them so far. And Mallow, in this next episode, is evolving her Stenny, so that's going to be like a third major thing, is that she's evolved her Pokemon twice. So some people still want her to catch another Pokemon. Personally, I think she just needs to, if we're talking about overall goal purpose, her goal is okay. I just want her to have maybe some sort of competition, show how great she is at that. You know, how great she is at cooking. Maybe she gets recognition for what's happened and what's been done, and you know what I'm saying. So with that, those are my overall pictures on all these characters. Maybe Mallow could even become a TV show host of food, you know, like a food show host. Who knows? Like, she could do anything. I love Mallow. That's just my opinion. So I care about Mallow the most and all that good stuff. But posting out in the section below your thoughts and feelings about all these characters. Even Kiawe, Burnett, what do you want them to do? Rotom, what do you want him to accomplish? So stuff like that. I mean, they all have like the goals. I mean, Burnett she married Kiawe, but you know, what's she gonna do now? Stuff like that. So post in the comment section below are your thoughts and feelings. Overall, I could kind of understand Pokemon Sun and Moon, you know, the Pokemon creators of Sun and Moon, to kind of, you know, give them more simplified goals, and maybe goals that they would accomplish maybe later in their lives, because right now that they have all these characters that they're gonna have to develop, they can't really give that much time to one or two characters, because this is 8 characters, you know what I'm saying? Whereas previous series and seasons, it's been a smaller cast, so we saw like a lot more focus on Serena. But make these characters goals, or maybe something that they do impressive, or something that they do is, you know, totally out there and, you know, exciting to watch. Because that's honestly, it's a kid show, it's a Pokemon show. Integrate maybe some Pokemon, you know, into their goals. Integrate just something entertaining to watch, and something that gives, you know, the viewers a thrill, you know, to watch. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I love your faces. Can't wait to see you in the next one. By the way, Thursday, Mallow episode. I'll talk about Mallow all day, brah. Okay, Mallow is the best. Mallow is the greatest. But next episode, her Sunny is going to be evolving, by the looks of it. So on Thursday, hit up my channel for that. I love your faces. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace off. Thank you very much.